And have a seat. Right, Cameron Parish Police Jury's, vote meeting, Monday, December 2nd, 2024, 11:45. Mr. Michael? All right. No public comment.
No public comment, yes, sir.
Motion to adopt November 2024's meeting minutes.
Make a motion to adopt.
And a motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Sam. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion to approve add-ons.
There are none.
All right, permits. Well, I guess we'll take them one at a time. Alpha is Kevin Warner and Granchinier. Looks like he wants to repair some existing cattle walks.
I'll make a motion for Mr. Kevin Warner to repair his catwalks, or give him a permit to do so.
Motion
I'll check
by
that with
Mr.
Mr.
Mark. Second by Mr. Sam. Ms. Kara. This is in the marsh, I assume.
Oh, yes, it is.
Any questions?
You probably just recap it, levy.
I think so. Is it just a recap, Ms. Kara?
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Mark Cullen, Sweet Lake. Drainage levees covered and access road to create an impoundment to be used for recreational purposes in cattle grazing.
I'll make a motion.
Has their drain force signed off on that?
Yes. Yeah, I guess, I'll go ahead and, actually, we do have drainage board on all the permits that are on the agenda. Do you have any questions with any of them? Yeah, they did.
I'll make a motion for Mr. Mark Cullen.
Motion by Mr. Mark. Second by Mr. Sam. All in favor?
Aye.
Good, man. Motion carries. Cameron Parish Gravity Drainage District 3. Proposal of water control structure. The east drainage lateral. Where's this at?
That's gonna be across from the Cameron Rec. I believe on the Farber property, Miss
Okay.
Susie Farber and them. And I think
It's
the
actually, yeah, near Philip Smith's.
yeah, I think, Rusty and the drainage
Yep.
board got everything. They're just looking for a permit to put a catwalk in across the drainage canal.
That's it, access.
Right, motion by Mr. Sonny,
Second.
second by Mr. Johnny, all in favor?
Miss
Motion
Mary,
carried.
let the record show I abstained from voting on that one.
So meeting passed, LNG, Johnson Bayou.
That's inside the plant, so we wouldn't have any input, it wouldn't affect us in any way, so I moved to.
Motion by Mr. Sonny,
Second.
Second by Mr. Danny, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Cameron Parish Gravity Drainage District Number 7, Johnson Bayou, south of Highway 82. Proposing to perform maintenance dredging.
This is in the area where they're gonna be, doing some of that, drilling for the CO2 storage. Not that this is involved in any way, shape, or form, just maintenance and access part. I make a motion to approve that.
I second.
Motion by Mr. Sonny, second by Mr. Michael. That's on the west end there, also. Yes. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Colonial Pipeline, Hackberry.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Sonny. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. CP Marine offloading. This is, 464 Davis Road. Proposes saw stabilization, culvert installation, aggregate placement.
Move.
I second it.
Motion by Mr. Sonny, second by Mr. Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Colonial Pipeline Company, Hackberry.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Sonny. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Cameron Parish Police Jury, Hollow Beach.
That's our best friends that we're, talking about. Move.
I second.
Motion by Mr. Sonny, second by Mr. Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Appointments. So we got the Fire District Number 10, Civil Service Board.
I haven't been able to find people to take that spot yet, so I'm gonna table that till next month.
Motion by Mr. Sonny,
Move the table.
Second it.
second by Mr. Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Beachfront Development District Number 2, Vicky Keefe resigns.
Yeah, Vicky, I'd like to send her a letter, thanking her for her service. She's involved in many, many boards, so, she needs to kind of have a little space. And I'd like to, appoint Lisa Bidmore.
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Sonny, second by Mr. Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Rio Nature Trail, Julie Trahan, term expired.
Make a motion to reappoint.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Sonny. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Fire Protection District Number 14, replace Scott Creel per board request.
President, I'd like to appoint Jacob Nunez.
And a motion by Mr. Sam, second by Mr. Danny. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Fire Protection District Number 14, Ron Johnson resigns.
Mr. President, I'd like to appoint John Ogier.
I'll second it.
A motion by Mr. Sam, second by Mr. Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion to open public hearing for the proposed, amendments to chapter 14. This is the motor vehicles and traffic.
Lake Breeze, move.
Motion by Mr. Sonny,
Second by Mark.
second by Mr. Michael. All in favor?
Aye.
There were no comments received on changing, the speed limit. Motion to close?
Make a motion to close.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Sonny. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion granting authority to amend chapter 14, the motor vehicles and traffic.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Sonny. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion to open public hearing to abandon Parish Road 364.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Mark, second by Mr. Sonny.
We received 6 comments in opposition of abandoning this parish road. They were read out this morning. We received none in favor of abandoning it.
Thank you.
Just motion to close.
Well, this is a motion to close it.
Yeah, I need a motion to close the public comment.
Make a motion to close.
Motion by Mr. Michael,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. Mark, all in favor?
Aye.
And so the consideration of abandoning it.
I'll make a motion after hearing opposition. I make a motion to not abandon the road.
Motion by Mr. Mark, second by Mr. Sam, all in favor?
Aye.
Consideration of letter of support for Commonwealth LNG's foreign trade zone. Motion by Mr. Sonny. Second. Second by Mr. Danny. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion to approve 2025 police jury holidays.
We get holiday?
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Sonny. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion to approve 2025 police jury meeting dates.
So the meeting dates are gonna remain the first Monday of the month at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. If it falls on a holiday, it will be the Tuesday. The only one that falls on a holiday is Labor Day.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Johnny. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion to approve the budget amendments for December 2024.
We really didn't discuss much of that, did we have a chance to go over that?
I can go over 'em. I sent y'all an email last week with the explanation of each fund. I don't know what questions you have. You want me to go through each one?
Ms. Kayla, I only have one. I've been kind of nosing through them here and there when you send them. Where are the, say, fuel bills coming from for the vehicles, like gas and stuff like that?
There should be a line item, like each department has their own fuel.
Yeah, 'cause I know I seen like off-road in Grand Lake and I think Hackberry, but I didn't see nothing. Say like, just like y'all vehicles in the office, like,
That's diesel being delivered to the.
yeah, to the Barnes, but just say like y'all's vehicles,
It's through the, we have a fleet card. So you'll see it, it'll be under WEX, I believe, WEX Fleet Fuel.
wait,
You'll see that on the bill.
all right, thank you.
Move to approve.
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Sonny, second by Mr. Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion granting President authority to sign resolution defining residential units for trash pickup. Table from last month.
Make a motion.
Has anything been changed on that?
Nothing's been changed.
Let's just to be clear, this resolution, so you have a contract with Waste Management that says they will pick up trash. And the decision was, will RV parks, an RV park with 2 or more has been permitted, will you pick up trash, the trash cans? So this resolution says RV parks are not considered residential for the purpose of the contract, basically, and you would not pick up the trash for an RV park, RV. Now, so no changes. Now, at the last meeting, there was a discussion about if one registers their RV as then that would be an exception. We would have to rewrite it. There was never a decision made. So if your request is to amend the resolution to incorporate home RVs in an RV park that are homesteaded, they can be homesteaded, Scott? the RVs can be homesteaded even if it's not on, if it's on rental property? The
It
RV?
can still be,
Okay,
it can,
so-
as long as they come fill out the proper.
If they register with the assessor's office as the primary residence, then that would be the exception of you would pick up that trash can for that RV in that RV park, but generally speaking, RV parks would not get trash picked up.
But what we're voting on today does not show that.
It does not, but you can say, make that amendment and we'll add that to it and I can bring it back for your final approval, next month, but yeah, so you just tell me to make y'all tabled it, y'all had a discussion, but you tabled it. If you vote, you can say, I vote, but, motion with this amendment, bring it back to us next month. There was just never a decision made, even if you wanted or not wanted RV parks. So y'all are making that decision today. You're informing us that this is the direction we want to go with this one exception. You tell us that and we'll fix it.
One question was brought up was, do we have in our ordinance where they apply for an RV park, do they have
No.
to provide a dumpster?
So the question, no, our permitting process does not state anything about that we will provide trash pickups to RV parks.
Yeah. What I'm asking is, when we give RV park delineation, are they required to have a dumpster on site? We need to address that, and if we have to pass an ordinance to
We-
do that, we need to do that.
We have an RV park checklist. We can add that to the checklist, letting them know that the owner of the park
We
will
do
have to
it now-
provide.
We do it now for other businesses, so it's
Yeah.
no big deal.
We can change it up to whatever you vote on.
Yeah, but historically, the parish has been paying for that trash pickup at RVs, so there hasn't been need for that. Currently, there's nothing that reflects either we are or we are not, and if you decide we are not going to pick up trash, then what do so we'll add that to the checklist for RV parks obligations, to get a permit.
Yeah, one other question is for Katie or for, how does this affect our house count with our contract with Waste Management?
We will request a house count, a recount.
So, since Mr. Scott's in here, I know currently, some of the mobile homes, say in a trailer park on property that they don't own, they actually, claiming homestead, correct?
Oh, yes, sir.
It'd be no different with these RVs.
No, it's just an RV affidavit.
With
All
the
that
correct
is.
stipulation in the motion.
Well, you have RVs claiming homestead
Yes,
now,
I do.
don't you?
Yes,
Do you
yes.
not?
Now, but there's, and some of them might sit on private property. I'm not sure right offhand, but I do know that we have many RVs that are homestead in our parish. It was a special request made by one of the former assessors for RVs to be able, in Cameron Parish, to be able to be homestead.
So it's really no issue then, Michael, that covers it is what I'm getting.
No, so,
Mr. Scott, I'm sorry, Mr. Tom, not to cut you off. Just say, I got an RV park in East Creo, not to say the name or who it's for. I think they got 5 to 7 lots. The stipulation says, 2 or more, you ain't getting a trash can. What if 5 of those 7 was residents? To me, that would be no different than a trailer park, cause they're both commercial properties with residents claiming homestead. Would that be a true statement?
If they're claiming homestead and they're in a park, whether it's a mobile home park or whether it's an RV park,
They're still a commercial
it's
business.
yeah, they're both homestead. I mean, so that's up to y'all whether y'all want to let them
Yeah,
have trash cans or not.
yeah.
You may say, hey, we can't do it. If we're gonna do it for one, we got to do it for the other, so on and so forth. For these people that are homestead,
What is the biggest difference between an RV park and a trailer park? from a
there's no
commercial?
difference.
Okay, thank you.
There's no difference.
so, what I've heard, considering last month's discussion and today's discussion, is that, and we do it by resolution because it's really to give the staff direction to work with Waste Management of what goes into the house count. And so, in essence, you would want a resolution, what I'm hearing, saying that RVs and RV parks are not considered residents, that you're not gonna pick up their trash, with the exception that if they have filed an affidavit with the assessor's office claiming that's their homestead primary residence, then that unit, that one unit, or multiple units of whoever have filed the appropriate paperwork would be entitled to trash pickup. Is that fair?
Very fair.
So the ordinance, I mean, the resolution as written says that except for the exception that we've talked about. So we'll add the exception of homestead RVs, regardless of where that RV is. Mobile homes are already, we already pick up trash at mobile home parks in the event that they're homesteaded or they fill it out. But because we are excluding RV parks, we gotta add back in the exception of those who claim homestead. So that's how we'll amend the resolution, bring it back to you next month for
So,
final.
Mr. Tom, just from my understanding, because I like to be consistent, just say if there's a trailer park somewhere within the parish, they're all homestead except for, say, 3, that the trailer's homestead, you may or may not pay taxes, but they'll get a trash can picked up, but they're not a residence.
I think that's the way it's set up, so if
You
you
pay
want to-
taxes in the trailer park. A mobile home, you pay taxes, not like a RV.
Yes, but if you're a company, say you have a bunkhouse and you put a trailer house in a mobile home, that would not be homestead exemption.
No, but they should be paying taxes.
Yes.
But I think Mark's point is, how is a mobile home park and an RV park different?
Yeah, because
And
on
if you have a
paper,
unit-
it's commercial.
Whether you have a unit being a mobile home and a mobile home park, or an RV park, and they're the primary residence, why are we picking up for the mobile home? Well, we're picking up, if there's an RV that's not homesteaded, and there's a mobile home that's not homesteaded, we're picking up the mobile home, we're not doing the RV. So, if you want to, but mobile homes are.
They're paying taxes or
Yeah,
not.
so mobile home, the difference is, Mark, mobile homes, whether they're homesteaded or not homesteaded, they're paying taxes to whatever degree they owe taxes on that unit. RVs don't.
Because just say a trailer park, the trailer park guy it's a commercial business he paying taxes on, just like most of the trailer parks for the RV, they're paying taxes on that property.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
it does say, trash on it, however, they're not paying individually, so to speak, but to me, it's still a commercial business, a commercial entity.
It is, I think the distinction is that a mobile home on a mobile home park, that mobile home owner receives a tax notice.
Yes.
So they're paying taxes to whatever degree an RV doesn't pay any property tax.
And this is me speaking for
That's
myself.
different.
I'm a mobile home owner and I own the property. I pay 0 taxes towards the trash, but I'm a resident. And if you have, say, a company in here that rents 4 or 5 trailer houses in a trailer park, or say somebody from Lake Charles, because I think Mr. Michael stated he stayed in a trailer park and he never paid any taxes because he wasn't registered in the parish or whatever.
That was in different parish.
Yeah, different parish.
You're
But
trying to go back on somebody else, Mr. Scott, see if you can collect that money.
That's correct. Some parishes do not assess trailers in a trailer park.
Yeah.
They do it differently. They assess that trailer park,
Yeah.
the land, and by the spot.
Yes.
But if you get into that, it's not, because what it is you try to do it, it's not worth it. Let me just tell you, financially, it's not worth it to try.
Yeah, and
So that's why we take the approach, every mobile home that moves in our parish, they don't homestead, they get taxed.
and I,
Well, I mean, they all get put on the tax rolls. Whether they receive whether they owe taxes depends on the value of that property. So they're gonna get a notice, but it might be 0 because their value
Yes.
doesn't exceed, if they homestead it. So, again, there's the difference between a mobile home park and a RV park is that RVs, period, are not assessed. RVs don't go on the tax rolls. Mobile homes do go on the tax rolls. So they may not owe any taxes, but they do go on the tax rolls.
okay. Yeah, and I think the staff kind of just started off, piggybacking off of, Calcasieu. So that's where that all come in. It's just, from my opinion, I don't think we're being consistent across the board. So, but that's all my input.
So y'all, again, you can table this and I'll bring it back to you in this form. It's, the draft now says RV parks, you will not pick up trash. And I'll add the exception unless the RV owner files the appropriate paperwork with the assessor. I'll bring that back to you next month, but that's how it'll be written. And y'all will vote. RV parks, we don't pick up trash except for the
Residents.
the homesteaded or the qualified applicants that fill out the paperwork. Okay, all right.
Two options, right? You can table it now, or you can.
All right, you
make
can
a
vote
motion in lieu of.
and just give president authority with, as amended. So whatever y'all want to do.
Need a motion.
I make a motion to go ahead with the residential exemption.
To approve it with that put in.
With that put in.
Got a motion by Mr. Michael,
Second.
second by Mr. Johnny. All in favor?
Nay.
Nay.
Hold on.
That one nay,
Um,
2 nay.
can you clarify in your motion when it's gonna take effect? Is it retroactive or is it going to be effective today moving forward? Meaning, what are we gonna do with all of the RV parks that currently have trash cans?
How long it take you to, do the paperwork, Mr.
Oh, I have it ready for your signature by next week. As a practical matter, then your staff has to go around picking up these trash cans. Again, and so that may be, Shane, the logistics of how that works, I'll leave that to Shane. I have thoughts, but I'm not the one doing it, so how will that work?
I think what Miss Katie's asking is if the ones we already gave out, or are they gonna be grandfathered in?
Right. Or do you want to?
We'd have to go back.
I thought she was asking.
That would be making a rule without any consequences. 'Cause y'all-
January, Katie,
Sir,
first of the year,
can we wait?
start out at the first of the year.
So how does that work on us going on private property and picking up these cans?
It's your can.
It's your
Long as
can,
you-
and.
If they got a second one, I think they paid for them. Is that correct?
First one you get free.
Yeah, the first one you get free, but if they go to you and say, I want 2 cans, the second one, don't they pay for?
Yeah.
Now, if the
So-
can messes up, you exchange them for free.
Yeah.
But the second one, they pay money for. Am I
So,
not?
so what I would suggest, knowing that information, is that the staff contact, send a letter, an email to each RV park saying the police jury has made a decision. We're going to come, in the next 30 days, we're gonna pick up 40 of your 45 trash cans, because we gave you 40 of them, and 5 of them you bought. You get to keep the 5, but we're not gonna use it. Anyway, whatever, just give them notice that we're gonna do this, and then go do it.
What about if, and this is just my observation, you let them keep the trash cans, but you let Waste Management know that, hey, if they use them trash cans, got them at the road, you don't pick them up,
Yeah, but now you realize also that after the first year, they're only gonna pick up Cameron Parish trash cans.
Yeah.
A lot of people have their own trash cans, so it's, by
bad
picking these
thing about-
trash cans up, they can actually be used in other areas.
Right. Yeah, but if
Bad
we had
thing about that,
I don't think,
Mark,
no,
if
I don't
they
think
out-
y'all got Mr. Shane, do y'all have like any documentation show who paid for the trash cans or not?
Yes.
Yeah, they send checks.
Well, then that could work.
But an RV park normally they don't buy cans.
Yeah.
They get each one free and that's it.
The alternative is if whatever cans were paid for, if they're in reasonable shape, reimbursement, take all the cans so you don't have the mistake of picking up trash. I mean, again, but that's just you give direction to them of how they should execute. And if that's what you think is the best way to execute, because I don't want Mr. Manuel will go do something that next month you'll go, what? No, don't. So if the idea is send out a notice, we're coming to get all your cans. We've RV Park, Mr. Whoever, we've identified that of the 50 cans you have, 10 you bought, we're gonna reimburse you for those 10, but we're coming to get all of them. I mean, so if that's what you think is the appropriate way to do it logistically, then that's how they'll do it. Which is probably, talking through it, is probably better to get all of them and just pay them back for what they bought. That way we don't have the mistaken identity of picking up trash cans at RV parks that shouldn't be picked up. Anyway. Good? Good? Any more questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor by Michael, second by Mr. Johnny. I need a roll call.
No.
Yes.
So I have 5 yeses and 2 nos.
Motion carried.
Motion carries. All right, motion to adopt the process verbal for the November 5th election outcome. For Hank Berry,
I make a motion.
Second.
motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Sonny. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Klondike.
Make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Johnny,
Second.
second by Mr. Michael. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion to adopt resolution, for the November 5th election. So, we take both of them, Mary?
You can take both of them, yes, sir.
Okay, so Hank Berry and, I guess it's Hank Berry and Klondike.
Yes,
huh?
sir.
Move.
Motion by Mr. Sonny,
Second.
second by Mr. Danny. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, motion to accept bids for limestone, dust control, and white goods.
So
Mary?
limestone, we received 1 bid from Roy Bailey Construction. The did not change from last year. He kept them the same.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Sonny, second by Mr. Michael. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
For dust control, we received 2. 1 bid was Dust Control LLC for 21 cents per square foot. The second was from Scottwood Industries for 10 cents per square foot.
Where are they
Motion to
from?
accept
Big
Scottwood.
difference, huh?
Big difference. Scottwood bid last year, as well, but Dust Control LLC was 13 cents? 13 cents last year. They won the low bid and they went up to 21 cents.
Where's the lower bid from, Miss Mary?
Is it Kansas?
Yeah, it's out of state, it ain't from
It's from Kansas.
Both of them, or
No, one of them from here.
DeWitt.
Dust Control LLC.
Dust Control LLC is local.
From South
Scottwood Industries is out of Kansas.
What's the difference in the price?
11 cents.
11 cents per mile, per acre?
Per square foot.
Per square foot.
Per square foot.
That's kind of
that's a lot.
It's over double the price.
Okay, so the local one went from 13 last year
To
to
21, yes, sir.
21. The other one, what were they last year?
I wanna say they were 16.
And they went down?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to go with the low one.
Now Shane, if they out of Kansas, they gonna come down and do a bunch of roads at one time, or?
I would think they got a contractor on this end myself. I
Okay.
don't think
Yeah,
they
they-
gonna drive
they-
to Kansas.
They pretty much gotta honor it if we
Do
accept
you
it.
know them, Shane?
Nope.
Are they licensed in the state?
Huh?
Are they licensed in the state?
We're gonna have to check into that, I didn't even check into that.
I'd say with the correct due diligence, to make sure everything's right, we're gonna have to.
Shane, you in a bind for dust control
No,
today?
sir.
Can we table this one?
Bond in Louisiana.
Make a motion at the table.
Okay.
I'll second it.
A motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Johnny, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, white goods,
We received one bid for white goods for $8 per gross ton from Waste Haul LLC. They are also the ones that's handling it now.
and is that about the same as,
I think it's the same as last year. White goods, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the same.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
motion by
They do a
Mr.
good
Michael,
job.
second by Mr. Mark, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, motion granting authority to advertise to change the speed limit on Parish Road 636, Mustang Circle.
Make a motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Consideration of, what is this, North Cameron Emergency Operations Center, so it's a decreased contract by $35.58.
Question. Is that gonna affect anything, not having the light poles? Was that for lights or was that for just electrical access?
I believe they were in the way of access to the water tower, so they had to be removed.
Okay.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe, Mr. Randy's not in here, I believe one was right on top of the, water line.
Okay, move.
Motion by Mr. Sonny,
Second.
second by Mr. Johnny, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion granting President authority to sign, CDBG, infrastructure program or urgent need resolution.
Move.
I'll second it.
A motion by Mr. Sonny, second by Mr. Mark, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion granting President authority to sign cooperative endeavor agreement with, mosquito abatement on the, this for the office space and laboratory areas in the Cameron Maintenance Board.
What is that?
We have a current contract now, is that correct?
I think it's just a cooperative endeavor agreement between the parish and the
Correct.
mosquito
I
board.
mean, we,
They had
So-
office space before.
What is, does anybody know the status of the cabinets? I think that's what they're waiting on in there.
They're working on it. Randy is working on finishing the project. The contractor had, did not finish the punch list items. So we were advised by legal counsel to finish the project, and we're gonna deduct how much it cost us to do it in-house from their retainage.
Okay, yeah, 'cause I know, I think the last time we heard about it, they was waiting on cabinets, but, okay.
Yep. So, but this CEA pretty much says that the mosquito barn is going to pay $85,000, which was what their cost was to retrofit some of the office space into a lab. And Josh is going to have it presented at their next meeting. I believe it's tonight to get it signed. And then all of the utility cost and maintenance are the responsibility of the road and bridge department or the parish,
Wait a minute.
which is what was that's currently how the CEA that they have in place right now. So if you want to go back historically, Mosquito Barn, instead of building a brand new building, replacing the building they lost after Hurricane Rita, they agreed with the jury at the time that they would have office space in the Cameron Mosquito Barn, and as long as it didn't cost them any money. So that was what the jury at the time had decided to keep from building buildings that we would have to insure in Cameron Parish in the future. So that was the agreement that's made. That's what the current CEA says. So what we're doing is just amending it, saying that we're going to bill them for the $85,000 worth of improvements made to the building, but the police jury still is responsible for insurance and utilities, which is just a
Can we
water bill.
50/50 that? 'Cause we're gonna be sharing the facility or
You would have to
the
present-
utilities.
You would have to present that to the mosquito board for consideration. Your current CEA does say that you're responsible for it, so that would be another amendment.
Because I know the last meeting we said that we're, looking at the budget and stuff, we're talking about these entities kind of sustaining themselves off of their tax base. Is that correct?
That's correct. So, I mean, that is something that you have the right to present for consideration. Just know that when this started a year and a half ago, it was agreed that they should continue the same agreement. The reason why it took so long to have the CEA drafted and signed is because we wanted to make sure we could bill them for their share. Otherwise, we would have never amended the CEA. So,
Just my
if you
opinion,
want,
I say we cross that bridge later, but
Yeah.
I make a motion to accept.
I second it.
Motion by Mr. Michaels, second by Mr. Johnny. All in favor?
Nay.
One nay, Mary.
One day,
Well,
Sonny?
yay.
Danny? Hey, Michael?
Yeah.
No, and just for clarification, is because at the beginning of the year, we looking at doing the opposite of that, so just clarification.
Yeah, but, and it just for reiteration, we're just going forward with the contract we already have.
Mr. Sam?
Yeah.
okay.
Motion carries. Motion granting President authority to sign cooperative never agreement with the Mosquito Abatement District Number 1 to store and mix chemicals at the OEP pavilion.
so for clarification, this one is worth $202,000. This is improvements made to the OEP pavilion to accommodate the mosquito control chemical storage. This one is different though. They have agreed to cover all the utility costs associated with this building. So the electric bill, water bill will be in their name. They'll get the bills for the utilities.
I move. I second.
Motion by Mr. Johnny, second by Mr. Michael. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion granting President authority to sign resolution appointing Katie Armitage to a 2-year term as Director representing the Cameron Parish Police Jury on the Louisiana Community Development Authority Board.
I move.
Motion by Mr. Johnny,
Second.
second by Mr. Sonny. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion granting President authority to sign cooperative endeavor agreement with the state of Louisiana to elevate Louisiana Highway 27 north of Kelso Bayou.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Sonny. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And just for the, I know, just from my experience, it floods pretty bad there and being a hurricane evacuation route out of Hackberry.
You don't have to have no hurricane for it to flood.
No, but it floods really bad. So,
Strong south wind.
consideration of bids for the Cameron Parish, Gulf Shoreline Stabilization Project.
So 2 bids were received. The first one's from 5S Group LLC. Base bid amount $9,333,909.45. Alt 1, $460,187.50. Alt 2, $430,987.50. And Alt 3, $837,231.40. Second bid was from Rigid Constructors LLC with a base bid of $6,614,200. Alternate 1, $366,550. Alternate 2, $343,550. And alternate 3, $673,000. Upon receiving bids, it's recommended from Fenstamaker that we accept the low bid from Rigid Constructors LLC with the base bid of $6,614,200.
And in case y'all don't know, that's the one that we've been using. They've been doing a really good job, so
Yeah, just for clarity, we're gonna accept the base bid and alt 3. So the total bid is $7,997,300.
move.
Motion by Mr. Sonny, second by Mr. Sam. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And the motion granting authority to clean property using lowest quote and present authority to sign the contract. This is, 150 Legion Road, Hackberry.
So 2 bids were received. The first one is from Passat Mobile Home Movers in the amount of $6,750. And the second one is from T-Shin Services LLC in the amount of $9,999.99. Lowest quote being Passat Mobile Home Movers in the amount of $6,750.
I make a motion to accept low bid. Ms. Robbins
I
coming.
just want to let y'all know, I did send out 5 emails, and we only did receive 2 quotes. So I did reach out to some other.
Miss Robin, while you up here, I guess behind the scenes on the property, I'm sure we done all, reached out to them or whatever is the case.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
You have a second?
I'll second it.
The motion. Johnny said.
Mr.
I second it.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, consideration of 2025,
I just want to give recognition, Ms. Robin, you're doing a fine job on that, and we greatly appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
consideration of 2025 Chamber Southwest banquet table, an amount of $800.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Sonny. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, consideration of adopting drug and alcohol policy.
Question before we start, there's 2 or 3 policies. Have we had any significant changes to these policies?
The alcohol and drug-free one, it's currently existing, it is changing. The other 2 are policies that we don't have, that have been identified as possibly needing.
Do we want to approve these without reading them? I hadn't read them. Are there?
I guess what's the change you're saying? What's changing between the policies?
The alcohol drug policy, it was adopted in 2008. It had a minimum, what's considered a alcohol use in the workplace. The testing level is a 0.02. This one's actually increasing it to 0.08, but with the fleet management policy being adopted, of course, it says that you can't operate a parish vehicle while you're under the influence or consuming or in the presence of alcohol. So it kind of covers what the original one that said that 0.02 was considered being under the influence for alcohol. We don't even really have anything for the drug use. This one's a little bit more.
Yeah, is this consistent with the state policy?
Yes.
What
Yes.
the state does?
Yes, absolutely.
I'll make a motion on the drug and alcohol.
I second.
By Mr. Moore, second by Mr. Michael. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Policy adopted. All right, consideration of adopting fleet usage and driver safety policy.
And it's basically like common sense things that you shouldn't have to put in a policy, but don't drink and drive, lock your vehicle, and if you get in a wreck, you are going to have a procedure of exactly what to do if you're involved in an accident, who you call, to take pictures, everything that you would think you would need if you're involved in an accident, who to contact. So that's basically what it says. I think this is pretty standard across the board, and the fact that we don't have one,
So
it's just something that got missed.
addresses all the issues. So we had some issues with personal usage of the vehicles before, so it's going to address all of that.
Does.
And it's
Yes.
listed out, so we won't have to come back and discuss it again.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, just a question on that. I know I spoke to Ms. Trudy. Did we put that as supervisor discretion on
Yes,
there?
sir. We did. We added it on that space that you and I discussed, where
Okay.
it says, no Paris vehicles unless pre-authorized by Ms. Katie.
Okay.
administrator.
I just wanted it to have a little bit of room there in case we got special circumstances after a hurricane or
Yes,
something.
sir, we did, we added it.
Okay, thank you.
Move.
I'll second.
You can take whichever
Mr.
end
Sonny.
you want there.
Second by Mr. Martin. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Consideration of adopting, cameras in the workplace policy.
I think the only issue that I know was brought up on this was the sound part of this. Is it allowing audio?
I'm sorry,
Is it allowing recording from an audio standpoint?
no idea what you just said.
Audio, yes. Right now it says video and audio surveillance. We don't have any cameras in our facilities that record it, but I think there are some within the parish. And Mr. Tom, maybe you can tell them, if we adopt it without audio, does that just mean they have to change their cameras out, or does it just mean you can't ever use it to prove that?
So to give some context to this, one of your ambulance districts has a camera with audio. Supervisor overheard some derogatory, and I'm paraphrasing, derogatory comments that employees made, and the question was, can she use that audio from the surveillance camera to then reprimand or do something? So that brought up this whole question about cameras. So so I think we decided the cameras are not in the work areas. Is that accurate?
Just in public common areas.
So it's not, so you're not big brother to somebody's desk. You're not looking cameras at their desk. It's only in public areas like here or the lobby or so forth, so on.
The hallway?
Always, the general areas, not the office areas. And it includes the potential for audio
Yes.
if you have it. I don't know what boards have cameras, no cameras, audios, I don't know the specifics, but y'all decide what you think is appropriate, and then they all have to abide by that.
I've always been told that before you can audio tape somebody, you have to let them know that you're being audio
I.e. the
taped.
policy.
There are some, so the law says, we're called a one-party consent. So if I can record our conversation without you knowing.
Yeah.
But Mary cannot record you and I
Okay.
without us knowing. So that's a third-party recording, not so I can record our conversation without you knowing, but Mary cannot record. So, but with employees or public places, that's why sometimes you walk in that says surveillance or something. You walk into a public building or a retail establishment, it'll have, so you lose that right or expectation of privacy when you walk into, or you go into certain areas. And usually there's a little sign that says that. Employees, if it's in your policy and they sign off when they're hired, they're aware of the policies, then that can be part of the policies that, hey, we have audio in all the general areas. So that's how you get past that right of privacy issue.
So most of the time, I know like in a public place, just from kind of researching a little bit, the public's able to say, come in here, record, use it for X, Y, Z. I think our main goal is, I think it's a good idea to have cameras and everything. And just to say, even if it is audio recorded, I just don't think none of us as jurors would want a recording to be utilized, say, in a lawsuit or something like that, but in maybe disciplining an employee. I don't think we would be too, but I guess in one side it would be beneficial, but the other wouldn't be, because everybody has a bad work day and somebody's gonna go and say something about somebody when they're not.
I would agree that I have concerns about audio because,
So can
again,
they remove the audio and leave it video and it's still?
you decide if you don't want audio, then your board's they have cameras, they gotta figure it out.
Yeah, the issue with.
But no, they can't.
When we start making a policy, it's gonna be broad,
Mhm.
okay? Where are we gonna use this? When are we gonna use this? And for what purpose are we gonna use this? If it's a whipping stick, I'm for no. I would not go with that.
Agreed.
But if it's at the front door and somebody say, hey, I'm UPS and I have a packet, I have no problem with that. But I have a problem with us being able to use it as a legal whipping stick, if you get my drift.
Yes.
So you decide, again, that's why I think it was limited not to someone's office or desk or the working area, so to speak. It's just hallways and public areas. It's more safety. And if something happens, you have a recording of what that something may, but, so if you say no audio, then your boards have to figure out if they have audio abilities, they need to eliminate that audio. They can't have it and they just choose not to use it.
Could we make a motion, to utilize it for not a whipping stick, and so record to
That's
speak?
what he's
And
saying.
it can't be used for disciplinary purposes. I think that's,
But it can be used in, like, if we ever have litigation and there's something on it, can we, is that doable, or it's either a yes or
you
no?
can do whatever you want. I have concerns if you say, okay, we're not gonna use it for disciplinary reasons. It's kind of what I'm hearing. You say, but you don't want to use it for disciplinary reasons. And one of your employees punches out the mailman at the door, then you can't say we can't use it. That,
Well, we got that on video.
Yeah.
no, I mean, the video, but no, what I hear you saying is you have concerns about audio. We can eliminate audio. No audio in any of these surveillance. But then you have this camera policy that it's just there for in case you need it.
I guess my question would be, if we don't have a policy, then do we need to remove all of the cameras that have been in place for the last few years? I don't really know what are those.
This
Just
really had to do with,
utilize it.
in my opinion, this had to do with the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the audio part.
And that's, I'll lead the way. I'll make a motion, to accept with the, basically scratching the audio.
So is the cameras to protect the parish's property?
Yes.
Property, your employees, if somebody comes in here and says, hey, I need to drop off a package, and they assault one of your employees because they didn't get a permit or something, they're mad about it, then it's recorded. So it's safety, protection of property and employees,
Just,
generally speaking.
and just to say, if two employees ever had a confrontation,
Yeah.
if you had the audio and it was a lawsuit thing, to me, it would have been beneficial, in some sort of way, but yet I wouldn't want to use it to discipline or write somebody up. You know what I'm saying? To me, I think it could be beneficial.
Audio is problematic.
Yeah, it is, very problematic.
This is a sweeping policy. This is parish-wide, every parish-owned building. Remember that.
So I think there's a motion and a second to approve it with no audio. Remove audio completely from the policy.
Mr., does that mean that they have to remove the audio from the
There
current
is, Katie,
cameras?
you correct.
No, I just want to make sure if that's not what y'all want to do, then you're going to have to rescind the motion.
Tom can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you have to remove it. I mean, them cameras, you can unplug
No,
them.
they just, if they have the ability to mute or delete the audio, they need to do that. I don't think they need to continue to record audio.
And while we're having this discussion, real quick, is there any place that you can identify where we would need audio, that we really need it? Is there any place?
The only time I've ever seen it is if there is a confrontation between people. I do not believe in using it as a, hey, I heard you say in the hallway that Joe is stupid. I've never, in all the years I've done HR, had that, and I've never used an audio for any type of disciplinary action. I've only used an audio for confrontations between employees.
I think it would be beneficial, just say on Miss Robbins' job day to day, not to discipline nothing, but if you get a call from somebody in the public said, hey, I went to get a permit and blah, blah, blah happened, that would be beneficial, you know what I mean, to protect our employee, if that would be a true statement or a false statement.
I've never used it for disciplinary, ever, in the 30 years I've done HR.
Yeah.
But again, just to clarify, there was a second, so if you don't intend to vote,
You got it.
we need to rescind the motion and change it to what y'all want.
There's a motion by Michael and a second by Mr. Johnny.
Those votes, you have to go.
Any more discussion?
No more discussion.
Nope.
So we could do away with the audio, which I'm for.
That's the motion.
However, we need audio in this room right here.
That's public meeting, yeah.
No, this is
You're
different.
already on audio.
This is different.
Good. Just want to make sure we don't knock this one out.
No, it's
No, this is different.
What about the board?
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. No audio.
No audio. Got it.
Got it.
Right. Review and accept the monthly financial statements and budget to actual comparison.
Make a motion to accept.
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Motion that approved bills be paid.
I'll make a motion.
A second.
Motion by Mr. Mark, second by Mr. Michael. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Executive session.
Make a motion to go into executive session.
Motion by Mr. Michael, second by Mr. Sam. In a roll call. Sonny?
Hey,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Motion carries. We're out of executive session. Mr. Tom?
Thank you, sir. It's been a long and spirited day, but as a result of our executive session, I'd like you to consider a motion to approve the work outlined in the October 17th, 2024 letter from TPIC's attorneys regarding TPIC's obligation under the Memorandum of Understanding in the settlement of the Oster case. So approve that work.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Michael. Second by Mr. Sam. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion by Mr. Sonny, second by Mr. Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Meeting adjourned.